Pace, what is up, dude?
What up, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm just out here living, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing the same thing, dude.
It's a good day out there today, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm stuck in my studio all day just catching up with DMs and helping students and stuff like that, unfortunately, but.
What is your student, base? I mean, do you have a ton of students that you're dealing with all the time?
Yeah, I have a lot. We have 1,500 now. We'll have 3,000 by the end of the year, probably.
That is absolutely ludicrous, dude. You realize that, right?
It's
a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and I think the biggest reason is I've got a lot of students. I think I have 100 students that are all doing close to $200,000 a month in income.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. So you get those guys, and then you get a lot of people especially using creative finance. Guys are having a hard time in wholesale getting their first deal, but creative finance is actually way easier in my opinion. So when you go into a homeowner, we just bought a deal in Orlando 15 minutes ago, and the deal was seller wanted $150 for a $200,000 house. Every wholesaler's offering $120. I'm like, I'll do $150 if you give me 0% interest and $25,000 down. And it's how does a wholesaler compete with that? You know what I'm saying? So
they can't. They can't at all.
No.
Here's the challenge that I have, Pace.
Yeah.
Is that I have been in the wholesale game for so long, doing just that I don't have the skills in the owner finance or creative finance way, as much as I should at this point, really. And I definitely feel like I'm leaving money on the table for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, you're probably 2 or 3x revenue if you're using creative finance. So even your guys' deals where the sellers either A, lack motivation, or B, lack enough equity, creative finance is what doubles and triples our revenue from the same lead source. So you guys, how many leads a month do you think you're getting right now? I know you're doing direct mail, so it's probably a little bit lower.
Yeah, I don't know. We're about 120 leads per month
cool.
Total and calls going.
So let's say you convert 5 to 8 contracts. With creative finance, you should be converting 10 to 16 contracts.
Agreed.
Yeah. So what's your big holdup? How can I help?
Well, I don't know if it's spending more time or looking at more case studies or what. On how, joining into your group to see what everybody else is doing. I really think it's the case studies, just looking at different examples.
What if you have some leads that sellers want full retail or sellers lack motivation, and you let me work those deals, and I'll record the calls, and you and I can talk about why it was a deal, why it wasn't a deal, and how I structured it, and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, that'd be a win. I would do that all day.
Let's do it.
For sure.
How can I get access to leads as they flow through where sellers are just not motivated or don't have equity?
We'll just shoot them your way. We can email them. I mean, Natalie's on it right now. We can definitely do that.
Yeah, I'll text you my email, but it's pacejmorby@me.com. Have her start emailing those over to me. I just did one with another wholesaler in Texas that he's like, dude, I'm getting murdered right now because all these sellers they're lacking motivation because the market's so hot,
Yeah.
So I go, just give me your lead flow, right? 80% of your stuff is probably going in the trash pile anyway. Just let my team work those deals. And we're popping 1 deal a week for him right now, and we're just JVing. So I don't want deals where he's marketing. So what I'm doing is if they're subject to, I'm just wholesaling those out to an end buyer, and he's making half the assignment fee. But for me, there's no lead cost, so it's it's a win,
No, yeah, absolutely. Well, the whole thing that I've realized I need to do is just focus on how to do it, because that's all it is. Once I figure out how to do it, I'm good. But for whatever reason, it's not. We got 5,500 leads in my system that, of course, have come in over the years, but those are all people that have raised their hand. Right. And said, "Hey, sell." Right.
Yeah.
So
it's the same. It's the same reason why me being as physically fit as you has never clicked in my brain as something that's just easy. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
It's just something that you made a priority. I made this a priority. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means that I've made it a priority and you haven't yet. So once you make it a priority, a guy like you is gonna freaking blow that shiz up.
Which is why I've made the call.
Right.
That's why I'm having this conversation. I gotta make a change. So. And then what about price point? Because pretty much everybody that we're marketing to has equity or owns a property free and clear or something like that, and they want the money today.
The free and clear people are the easiest to convert. Because again, for them, it's like they own it free and clear, so they don't really have a payment. They typically don't have any financial pain, but through giving them the right number, I can give them financial gain and show them, like, even if I'm paying them a 2% interest rate, like a $300,000 purchase price to them is a $600,000 sale, right?
Yeah.
So price point doesn't matter to me. We just did one that was 1.3 million in Atlanta, and then we just did one in Orlando for 120. You know, it's like it doesn't matter. We just bought one in Prescott for 75,000. So I don't care about price point. I just care about it's so fun for me. Just let me work those leads, and we'll have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm open for it.
You'll probably have me work where are you marketing right now? Just in Phoenix?
Yep, just here in town.
Okay, cool. So if it was outside of the state, I would probably have some of my students help out, like boots on the ground. But if it's here physically, I'll take care of the leads myself. And I'll call them. You just have your girl email them to me and say, hey, spoke to the seller. This is the reason why it's not a good fit for us. And I'll call the seller. I'll record every call I do so that you and your team can get trained on it. And I'll lock up, a couple deals a month for you guys. And then by month 3 or 4, you guys will probably just say, hey, we got it. Now we totally get it. And I don't even mind doing like a training for you guys and your team so that like in the future, your people can watch it and say, here's why I'm doing this and here's how I'm doing it. And if we do deals together, I'd be happy to do all that stuff for you.
Dude, yeah, man. I mean, it's all like, hell, I don't care. It just is trying to figure out the strategy because especially here in Phoenix, I know I'm leaving so much money on the table, and it's just it's another level of the another level of being an investor is to understand how to do this because it's.
What are you doing with all your cash deals? Are you guys flipping all of them?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good right now. We just made it was my first 6-figure deal in like, I don't know, 6 months or so. We just netted like 128 on a deal.
Nice.
And it was on Mesa Drive, like on the busiest street in Mesa, and I'm just blown away by this market right now.
Where at on Mesa Drive? What was the property?
747 South Mesa Drive.
747.
So from Southern, it's like not even a mile north of Southern.
Okay, so I'm just, dude, I'm right there. I have one at 1023 East 7th Avenue in Mesa, which is right on Mesa Drive. Take a right on Baseline. Take a left on Sossaman. And then it's right up there. Really nice 3-2. Just going in, carpet and painting it. Bought it for $218. Gonna probably list it and sell it for in the mid 3s.
Yeah, bro. We didn't even do landscape. Like we just left it all dirt. It's trash. Like we left it. I'm looking at it right now. We closed on.
What is the address?
747 South Mesa Drive. We closed on March 3rd, so 6 days ago, and it sold for $310. Bro, we listed it. We listed it for $290. We got an offer at $330, and then it appraised for a little bit lower, but we still walked away netting $128.
That's so good. I'm excited to hear that.
Bro, everything's blowing up in that whole area. Anything under $350, you're gonna crush it. What's your exit price?
Probably right around $350. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. 6 minutes, it'll be sold, and it'll be $20,000 over retail right now.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I made more money last year just from properties I bought in 2019 than any other thing I did all last year by just appreciation. I know the appreciation is fleeting, right? Like in 2 years we could have a crash, it could all go away. But we made close to $6 million in appreciation just last year.
Well, dude, the whole thing is because, yeah, I mean, the market is up right now. For me to understand more on the creative finance side of things, because, dude, just flipping is flipping, right? You can flip all along. It's not hard to do that. And, yeah, I understand that the market's up, and I'm going to flip, and we're going to make tranches of cash. But that's not long-term.
Yeah.
That's not depreciation. That's not long-term cash. It's not cash flow. It's just tranches of money. Right? And that's not what I'm interested in learning. I already know how to do that. I can do that pretty well. But I need to learn how to do creative stuff better. And I don't know if it's, as I was telling you when we were in, Miami, dude, we live in the same town. I don't ever see it. That's probably a problem.
That is a problem. Yeah, let's do some deals together, dude. I think guys like you and me, we basically spend time with the guys we do deals with. So let's do some deals together, and we'll hang out.
make it happen. All right, cool. PaceJMorby@me.com. You're somehow already in my system that way. So
love it.
Yeah, dude, we'll shoot over some stuff.
Send me all your crap. I will deal with all the crap. The sellers that are like, no, I'm way off on numbers. Let me talk to all those guys.
Do we have the last week, the top 5 sellers that want full price and we can't do a deal for whatever reason? Yeah, we'll start with top 5 over the last 3 days or this week since yesterday. We're going to send them to Pace. I'm going to copy you on this. And then we're going to do some deals that way.
Love it. And even the ones that I don't close up, I'll record those calls too so you guys can hear, and I'll give you like a quick summary and just go, this is why it wasn't a deal. And these types of people, this is what I typically do. I push them on a drip campaign of like 60 days out or what. I'll just walk you through my whole process.
Yeah, dude. All is good. Much appreciated. We'll send some stuff.
Thank you.
Deals.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man. Okay, see ya.
See ya. So guys, that was a quick call with my buddy Scott Bauer. He crushes in the real estate game, has an amazing podcast. And anytime that I have a buddy of mine text me and go, hey man, I need help, I just decide, hey, let's do a Better Call Pace episode, because I get investors, high-level wholesalers, high-level fix and flippers. Scott's making millions of dollars. Incredibly, incredibly intelligent guy. But for one reason or another, people just haven't, the industry teaches us to just focus on cash deals and not focus on these creative finance deals. So what happens is like 80% of everybody's leads just die. And what ultimately happens is you just feel like there's a ceiling and you can't grow anymore because most of your leads are just getting thrown away. So through this process of reaching out to wholesalers, I didn't reach out to him, he reached out to me, but reaching out to wholesalers and just saying, hey, let me have your dead leads, and then understanding creative finance, I really could make millions and millions of dollars a year just working other people's dead leads like this. Understanding creative finance, it's key. It's absolutely key. And it's one of the reasons why I have so many students, right? It's a necessity. And it's something that not a lot of people are teaching properly. So anyway, if you guys are trying to get into creative finance, my mentorship program, which I very rarely talk about, it kind of just sells itself. It's a necessity in real estate investing. Subto.com/start. We'll kind of give you a couple of case studies and see if it's actually a good fit for you. I'll put the link down below so you guys can take a look at it. But yeah, we have 1,500 students. One of the biggest reasons why wholesale sucks is that you hit a ceiling and it's hard to scale out of the business because you just make more money, but you're not buying assets. And so for me, like, I don't have to worry about that. I get paychecks on the 1st and the 15th of every month. I get hundreds of paychecks from all the houses that we own. So it's great. It's what ultimately everybody wants to do. So we'll see you guys on the next episode of Better Call Pace.